Hello everybody, welcome to episode 3 of my ROH series, and it is the go home show before Best in the World. So we're here at the Fitzgerald Fieldhouse in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Okay, so I'm ready to run the show now, so we'll just get right to it and we'll go for it. Right, so we've got a couple of pre-show matches here. We've got Dalton's boys defeating Shane Taylor and TK O'Ryan. No, we haven't. We've got TK O'Ryan and Shane Taylor defeating Dalton's boys in 9:45 when Shane Taylor defeated Brandon Tate by pinfall after using a foreign object. Got a 28E, which is not amazing, and loads of work improvements, which is good. I like that. But nothing about the chemistry of TK O'Ryan and Shane Taylor, which is good, I guess. Not that they've got good chemistry, but just they haven't got bad chemistry. And the best man in that match was Shane Taylor, surprisingly enough. Okay, so let's go to the next pre-show match. It's Raymond Rowe chucked him in there against Bob Evans. Didn't have much heat and had terrible wrestling. And Raymond Rowe defeated Bob Evans in 10 minutes and 8 seconds by pinfall, which probably means he doesn't have a finisher. So I'm going to have a look at that. No work improvements, which is annoying because that was the whole point of the match. Alright, well never mind, that got a 30E+, which is rubbish. Anyway, let's go at the proper show now. Oh, well yeah, but I was trying to make his psychology better, wasn't I, Dave? Yeah, you've already annoyed me, pulling bloody ribs backstage, you have. Alright, well never mind. There we are, Jim Cornette opens the show in the ring. So Cornette says, "Good evening, ROH faithful," and the crowd boo him. "Stand here on the eve of Best in the World. Boy, we've got one hell of a show planned. I'm excited." Then he says, "As you know, we'll have the gauntlet match for the all-new women's title. We'll also see War Machine take on Silas Young and the Beer City Bruiser, and the Young Bucks will put their World Tag Team titles on the line against the Motor City Machine Guns. Yep, and what a main event we've got for you two. Your world champion, the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels," and the crowd boo him for saying Christopher Daniels, "will defend his championship against Jay Lethal. And Jim improvised well. The world title storyline has advanced with the segment, but it lost heat. Oh, that's not good. Oh well, that got a 35E, which isn't very good. Next segment. The Briscoes' music hits and they come out to interrupt Jim Cornette. So Jay Briscoe says, "You all done saw how I got screwed 2 weeks on the bounce, but you know that them boys ain't going out like that. We just keep on rolling." And Mark says, "You all can cheat all you want, because them boys will keep coming back till we get what we're due." And then Briscoe says, "That's right, and Jim, you know I should be in that title match. I had Kazarian beat and I got a cheap shot from Daniels. Put me in the match, Cornette. If I have to go through Jay Lethal to get to Daniels, then so be it." And then Cornette replies, "Well there, you just hold your horses there for a minute, Padre. You lost, and it's nothing worse than a sore loser." Jay's furious at being called a sore loser. "As far as I'm concerned, your stake is dropping, and I just don't see you as a serious contender for the world title. But I'm a fair man, and I'm willing to give you and your brother a chance to redeem yourselves." So there we go. Cornette did a lot better. He's getting better at his gimmick. And Mark Briscoe did well. And that's a 52D. That's not bad. That's not bad. Right, next segment. So it's a continuation. Cornette says, "You see, we have a great deal of talent in the tag division, and one of our more accomplished teams is pushing for a title shot. But it would be remiss of me not to make this team prove they've got what it takes first. And what better test could I put in front of them than the 8-time tag team champions, the Briscoe brothers? Even though you haven't held those belts for over 4 years, I'm sure you can still put this team through their paces. That's why, at Best in the World, I've booked you in a #1 contenders match with the fastest rising team in ROH, none other than Roppongi Vice." So Jay Briscoe says, "Well, that's just fine, Jim. You can try and hold them boys down. We'll show you exactly why we're such a decorated tag team. And when we take them titles for a 9th time, you'll have to take Jay and Mark Briscoe a little more serious." And Mark Briscoe says, "Roppongi Vice, best have your shit on point this Sunday, because you're about to get schooled by the best team in the business." And there you go, that one got a 40. Yeah, because Jim didn't improvise very well in that one. Never mind. Right, next Sego. So it's the first match. The bout had subpar wrestling in little heat. Kishida defeated Vinny Marceglia, or Marcelia, however you pronounce it, in 8 minutes and 39 seconds by pinfall with a Midnight Express. Kushina makes defense number 2 of his ROH World Television title. So that's alright, isn't it? 42D, not bad. Announcing quality lifted the match. Kishida got a 47, which is not bad at all. And Vinny, not very good. Work improvements, no. Next, Sego. Right, so Prince Nana is lounging beside his huge infinity pool. He's drinking extravagant cocktails with Shane Taylor. TK O'Ryan can be seen in the background, going through his paces with his personal trainer. So Nana says, Cheeseburger, I have to tell you something. You made a big mistake in turning down my offer of representation. You and Mr. Hathaway have put yourselves at odds with the establishment. Ask these two men here, this mountain, Mr. Shane Taylor. He's ready to reach the top, just look at him. And my friend, Mr. O'Ryan, over there, he's in training for a title match. Yes, I can make these things happen for my clients. Mr. TK O'Ryan will fight Kishida for the ROH television title at Best in the World. Cheeseburger, you should have taken my offer. We will show you the error of your ways. In time you will see it is better to be with the establishment than against it. God dear, some of my writing there. Prince Nana did well improvising. That got 50. Do you know what? That's pretty smashing for Prince Nana, I reckon, at the moment. 50 for them boys. They're all just sort of lower card people at the moment. Right, let's move on. So in a pool match, Hansen defeated Silas Young by pinfall in 11:20 with no finisher again. They must have finishers. I'll have to go and have a look. Silas Young off his game. Hansen did a 43, which is pretty cool. Silas Young did a 25, which is rubbish. But it did advance the storyline, and it did give Silas Young a couple of improvements in his skills. So that's all good. And the 40D is meh. It's alright, isn't it? It's not awful, but it's not brilliant either. Yeah, so let's go to the next bit. And it's Cheeseburger and Will Ferrara versus the All Night Express. In a terrible match, the All Night Express defeated Cheeseburger and Will Ferrara in 9 minutes and 25 when Kenny King defeated Will Ferrara by pinfall while using the ropes for leverage. During the match, we also had Shane Taylor distract Cheeseburger. So yeah, that's sort of advanced the story. So Shane Taylor's come out to have a little look at Cheeseburger and basically sort of said to him, I'm having you at Best in the World. So that's moved that Prince and the Pauper storyline on. And there were quite a few worker improvements, which is good, but not a very good match. Only a 36D minus. But to be honest, that was probably the sort of like the cool down match before my last two good ones. Let's hope so anyway. Chris, Sabin and Alex Shelia are standing in the ring being booed by the ROH faithful. Sabin says, "Oh, shut up, you ignorami. You have in front of you two golden gods from the world's greatest city. You should be showing us the respect and admiration we deserve as World Tag Team Champions elect. In a minute, I'm going to come out there and give all you blockheads something to boo about." And he's angry. The Young Bucks music hits and the crowd pop for their entrance as they make their way to the ring. So Nick says, "World Champions elect, you two are fucking delusional. Your egos are so inflated they must have had to open the tradesman's entrance to get you into the building tonight." And they cheer and they chant Indie Taker at Nick because he's giving them some shit. And Shelly says, "We don't have to check our egos at the door because we are the real deal. The greatest tag team on the face of this planet. You're just a couple of incestuous sissy boys. You know it's illegal for brothers to marry each other, right?" So he's there having a bit of a Barney, a bit of an argument. Nick Jackson did not want to... Oh my god, and Chris Sabin was terrible with no script to follow. His dialogue was a mess. Oh, with no script to follow, his dialogue was a mess. I like it. I like Chris Sabin promos. You don't know nothing, computer. Alright then. Let's just go to the next bit. Hopefully it'll be slightly better. Continuing on. With that, the Bucks try stereo super kicks on the Motor City Machine Guns, but they manage to evade them. The two teams start brawling wildly, with officials and security streaming into the ring to break them up. The scuffling and trash talking continues up the ramp as they are all escorted backstage. Spelling mistakes really do my nut in. Yeah, alright. Sabin was still struggling when going off script. It's a bit annoying. But he got 47. It's alright, isn't it? Not amazing. Anyway, I wouldn't have thought there'd be any work improvements. Alright, next segmento. So we've got Trent Barreta versus Dalton Castle. In a poor match, Dalton Castle defeated Trent Barreta in 12 minutes and 37 by pinfall with a 42D. That's not particularly amazing, and they didn't really achieve much by lifting the crowd as they were already pretty hot. Yeah, they were at fever pitch after that shitty cheeseburger match, I'm sure. Anyway, let's have a look at the next bit. At least one of the workers in the segment has either a turn or a gimmick change. Are you sure you wish to continue without addressing this? No. And Trent Barreta is changing from a cocky guy into a degenerate cocky guy. So there you go. We will complete that, I guess. And it got an initial rating of great, so that was a good idea. Let's go to the next bit then. So Dalton Castle has defeated Trent Barreta and he's in the ring with his boys celebrating the victory. Anderson's music hits and he comes out, does his mic spot and then addresses Dalton. So Mr. Anderson, applauding sarcastically, says, "I really must congratulate you. That was an impressive victory. Look at you, you really are as flamboyant as they say you are. And you certainly seem to have a colourful lifestyle. That's not what I take issue with. You see, Dalton, you're all flash and no substance. And it's time for someone to knock this preening prince off his fucking perch. I'm going to show you that just like those who came before you, you can't hope to hang with a legend like me." So Anderson done really well, and Dalton Castle did really well, and it got 58. So yeah, not bad. I'm pretty happy with that. Brandon Tate is not suited to his gimmick. Okay, let's sort that out then. Next segment. So a video package plays hyping the ROH Best in the World event. And the video shows the matches confirmed so far and instructs the fans on how to order the event. So here we go then. At Best in the World, we'll see Kishida defend his television title against Tico Orion from the establishment, whilst his stablemate Shane Taylor will be taking on the Grassroots member Cheeseburger. The rivalry between War Machine and Silas Young will continue with a tag match, and Roppongi Vice will go head-to-head with the Briscoes for an opportunity to take on the tag champs. The tag titles themselves will be on the line as the Young Bucks take on the Motor City Machine Guns, and there'll be a four-way gauntlet for the gold to decide who will be crowned the first ever ROH World Women's Champion, featuring Scarlett Bordeaux, Veda Scott, Kelly Klein and Mandy Leon. And finally, we see that the main event will be Jay Lethal challenging Christopher Daniels for the ROH World Heavyweight Championship. Won't that be a good match? Let's hope so. And that moved on loads of storylines, and it got 39D-, which is rubbish. Next bit. This is the main event. So we've got a 6-man tag and a decent match. Cody Rhodes and the Addiction defeated Jay Lethal and the Briscoe brothers in 22 minutes and 5 seconds, when Daniels defeated Mark Briscoe by pinfall while using the ropes for leverage. So I don't think anyone used a finisher on this entire show. That's quite funny. Got a 52D, which is not brilliant. Match got the crowd buzzing. Rhodes had an in-ring performance of 47. Who was the best? Kazarian with 40. No, Daniels with 56. They all did all right, didn't they? Everyone was all right, but it just didn't really. It wasn't amazing. World title storyline has advanced and it gained heat, which is good because it lost some earlier. And some alright worker improvements as well. Not too confident this is going to be a particularly good show, so let's just go to not the end, but the ending segment. Let's have a look. Cody Rhodes and the Addiction are standing with arms raised in the ring, victorious over the Briscoes and Jay Lethal. Rhodes, Daniels and Kaz begin dancing around the ring, enjoying their big win on the eve of Best in the World. They try to clear the ring of the losing team, but Mark Briscoe and Jay Lethal hop back up to the apron and remonstrate with Daniels and Kaz. It looks like there's going to be a few afters, but Michael Elgin's music hits, and he comes out to the ramp. Big surprise, he's back. "Hello, Cody," he says. "I'm going to make this very simple for you. You tried to take me out, and you did a pretty good job, but not good enough. I'll see you tomorrow night." So there you go. With Cody ranting and raving at Elgin in disbelief, Elgin simply drops the mic and walks away as the show fades to black. And there you have it. That's the last match that's been made for Best in the World. It's going to be Elgin and Cody Rhodes, which is cool. So, at the 49D, which again isn't setting the world on fire, is it? Let's end the show and see how bad that really was. 51D increased our popularity in 17 regions and lost us popularity in 1 region. Not sure if 51 is good enough for the networks or anything like that, because I can't remember what I've got to get. But 51D on the Go Home show is really disappointing, I think. I'm pretty sure that doesn't stack up very well with our other shows. But, oh well, never mind. Penelope Ford. I don't mind her face. Her face is quite nice. Let me have a proper look. Yeah, it's pretty good. Alright, so here's the report. It was a sellout. That's good. Excellent. The show went down really well, apparently. We did lose us popularity in 1 region, though. All American Wrestling, I think it is, or something. They've rejected our agreement for them to be our development company. So that's a bit of a bugger. And lots of people are knackered. And the TV rating was 0.21. I don't know how that stacks up. I'll just have to check. Let's have a look. Yeah, so the ratings are still going up slowly. We made another... So we've got 12,000 more viewers since we started, which, that's not amazing, but it's moving in the right direction. Yeah, the last 2 shows have been a 51, and the first one was a 57, so we need to get back up to that sort of level, really. I want to be getting 60s at the moment. Cool, so that's probably about it, really. Bully Ray's got some minor morale issues, probably because I just haven't used him at all. But I didn't have anything to do with him, so we'll see if he makes an appearance at Best in the World. You never know. Okay, so that's probably about it for now then. So I can go to bed, and yeah, I really need to go to bed because I'm going to the car boot tomorrow, and the match of the day was really late. Because of the athletics, but I suppose I'm glad that we won some medals. So yeah, that's probably about it. I'll see you guys later. Do like, comment and subscribe, and tune in to the next episode, which will be, of course, ROH Best in the World 2017. Right, see ya, bye.